Scott Morgan here, Michigan Sports Radio. Joining me tonight are two gentlemen from the Coopersville varsity basketball team. I'll let them introduce themselves. Go ahead.
I'm Gabe Van Sickle.
I am Braeden and Gabe.
Gentlemen, welcome to the show. Appreciate you taking the time out here. Braeden, we'll start with you. Good night last night against Fruitport. Give me your thoughts.
I just thought we were kind of determined to get the win, and we just went out and played hard right from the start, and we were able to get the job done.
Sure. Gabe, and get your thoughts on that as well from last night.
I think we played really good as a whole. Like, we shot our three-pointers good, and we played really good defense. So that really helped.
Coming out of some really big games, the last three games, Hamilton was last Friday night, and we had Eli Spencer, shoot 9 threes. Mm-hmm. What were you thinking when you guys sitting there watching this happen? Are you saying feeding them more, or are you like?
Yeah, for sure. I didn't even think there was a record for that, but that night he came on and he said that. I'm like, that's crazy.
It is 9 threes. Yeah. Braeden, you shoot from way out there. I mean, what are you thinking?
I was really happy for him. I mean, I was super impressed, and I was just like, he's hot right now, so I say we just gotta keep giving him the ball and keep letting him shoot.
Gabe, let's talk a little bit about do you feel teams play extra hard because you're in the game?
I would say yes, because most games they try to front me, so I can't even get the ball on offense, and it gets frustrating sometimes. But sometimes you just gotta muscle it and get the ball. So yeah.
Okay, Braeden, how about you? What do you see when people are trying to defend Gabe?
Well, I know that they're not gonna let him get anything easy. I mean, I know he gets. They're trying his hardest to not let them get the ball. I mean, because he's obviously pretty hard to stop. I mean, 6'5", 300 pounds. It's gonna be really hard to stop. So they're just gonna try to get in front of him and stop him the best way they can.
How do you help him?
We're just trying to get open. So when we get the ball on the inside, we'll try to move to where the defenders aren't, so he can kick it out for a three if they come and help down.
Yep. Gabe, when you get the ball inside, are you looking for Braeden and stuff? You feel that pressure and you kicking it out? You thinking that's what you like to see?
I have been in the past few games. I actually hit Braeden for a few threes on kickouts. Where I get the ball and I see two people coming at me and I just kick out to Braeden.
Kick it out to Braeden?
Yeah.
Okay. What's been the biggest surprise this season, Braeden? We're 17-2 after the win last night. What's been the biggest surprise?
I've liked how we're kind of all we're one whole team. We're all happy for each other, and it's no one's trying to steal a show. And even if someone has a really good game, we're all happy for them. And I don't think anyone's gonna be I can get my points. I don't think people think that big of a deal about it as long as we get the job done and get the win.
Okay. I would say I haven't seen that. Say that in some teams you tend to see he's getting his points. Mm-hmm. Gabe, how about you? What's been the biggest surprise that you've really said, wow, this is kind of nice?
I would say the biggest surprise for me is having all 13 players able to go and score and be they're all equal and they can all do the same thing, and that there's no drop off when the starters come out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a deep bench that the Broncos have. So when you're practicing, how hard do you guys go at practice?
Very hard.
Yeah,
very hard.
We beat each other up a little bit, but it makes us better.
Well,
so.
Yeah, obviously I've heard we got one that broke a collarbone in practice, and it wasn't even against you. I heard.
No, neither of them were.
Yeah.
What was that Grady?
Grady brought
Carter. Yeah, Carter broke his collarbone. And
dislocated his heel.
Grady dislocated his heel.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. So it's interesting to see. Mm-hmm. Now, what'd you work on? I mean, last year you came off an injury late in the season. Mm-hmm. So what'd you work on really specifically for this year?
Yeah, so most practices, I'd watch a little bit, but most of the time, since I couldn't run or anything, I'm kind of just shooting over and over and just trying to get my shots up, and I feel like that's really carried over to this season, and I feel like I'm shooting pretty good, and I'm just trying to keep it up and shoot when I'm open.
Okay. Gabe, how about you? What you work on a lot of different things. I mean, you're a triple crown. Are you going to be a triple crown?
Yep.
So what for basketball, what did you focus
I mean,
on?
footwork's always a big thing for basketball and all my sports, actually.
Really, it is.
And then I would say another thing is like keeping my hands up. Like I tend to get like a lot of fouls because I start like hack people, but I mean it still kind of happens here and then. But I'm trying to keep my hands up.
Okay. So coach gonna have put a broom underneath there to keep you See, just tell Coach Braeden that we're gonna do that. Just tie his hands as soon as stuff like that. No, it's interesting. Because like I said, it's been fun to watch you guys as a group. As you said, Braeden, you work as a team. Now, have you guys always been that way as this class growing up this way?
I mean, yeah, I would say so. I feel like everyone's pretty humble, and everyone's just trying to get the job done, and everyone's happy for each other. And I feel like it's always been that way. So I guess I'm just pretty grateful.
Okay, Gabe.
I would say about like the same thing. We've always been pretty good. We went like 15-5 freshman year, and then like the same thing sophomore year, and then last year we were I think 14-9, and then this year we're 17-2 or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Who's had the best team meal so far, Braeden? That you really was like, can I have this more, please?
I would say Carter Mex's mom made probably the best chicken Alfredo I've ever had in my life.
There we go.
It was really good.
Really good. Really,
yeah.
Yeah.
I would say the same thing.
So we're giving a shout out to Mrs. Mekis on the great chicken Alfredo. I like that.
Really
In getting together, what do you guys like to do as a team bonding thing? What have you felt has been the best? Hey, let's do this.
We play cards a lot. Like we play euchre a lot.
Euchre a lot?
Yeah, it gets pretty competitive. We'll play euchre. Me and Sam, I like to take pride. We normally don't lose, so but
there you go.
Yeah, I would say euchre for sure.
A lot of lone hands, or you just kind of fake them and
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Gabe, how about you?
Yeah, I would say like the same thing, but I'm usually on like the losing side.
You're on the I like it. Okay, we got a huge game coming up this Friday night.
Yeah.
Unity Christian. Everybody's going to be there. Everybody's talking about it. What does Braeden need to do in order for the Broncos to be kind of successful?
I'm gonna play my hardest. I'm gonna shoot when I'm open. I've kind of been working on that. Sometimes I pass up some shots that I shouldn't. So I'm gonna shoot when I'm open. I'm gonna be confident in myself. I'm gonna get to the rim, and I'm just gonna try my hardest on defense and just leave it all out in the court and do whatever I can to get the win.
Gabe, on the first time we played them, Unity Christian, what were some of the things that were giving us problems that we're hoping to change this time?
I would say the first quarter they would get hot and we were like dead, and then so obviously like stopping their runs is like key number one, because they went on like a 15-point run to end the first quarter, and that can't happen if we want to win the game.
What do you need? What's Gabe going to have to work on and to be successful?
I would say being really physical, because obviously they're coming to me a lot, and then obviously keeping my hands up so I don't get in foul trouble.
So you don't get in foul trouble. Okay, excellent. Final thoughts on what you're looking for this rest of the season?
Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna win out in conference, so we're gonna have a conference championship. We're gonna win districts and hopefully just make a run pretty far into playoffs, and not get any losses.
Okay, Braeden, you play other sports?
Yeah, I do soccer, and I'm trying out for golf this year. But if I don't make the team, I'm gonna do track.
Okay, very nice, very nice. I like that. Golf. Gabe, like you said, you're Triple Crown, and you'll be doing track, discus, shot put, high jump, long jump?
No.
No. Shot put and discus, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
You've been working with that on off season, or you haven't started
a
working with it?
I'd say like every other Sunday, me and Mr. Andy go throw.
Okay. Go through. We got beautiful weather to do that outside right now. Okay. Get your thoughts for the final week. You really were 3 games left.
I would say the same thing as Braeden. Obviously, winning conference is key number one, but keeping it like day by day, and then just staying focused through districts and stuff.
Well, thank you guys. Like I said, I appreciate you taking time out here. It has been a wonderful ride. to be able to sit and watch you guys' games and call them and stuff. And like I said, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. Probably going to come home with a hoarse voice after the game, and then we get our victory. So thank you again. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.